Hi budget babes, it's Julia Creations and I'm back with another video, you guys. So today I'm gonna be doing Jade's budget. I wanted to use the budget bro planner because I haven't used it in a video yet, so I'm using it today, you guys, and I'm so excited. So all my men that want to learn how to budget, I did create a more masculine planner for you. And then ladies, you guys are more than welcome to purchase this planner as well. So if you want something that's not 100% girly, I know a lot of my planners are really girly to the touch. You can also invest in our budget bro planner. So I'm going to show you guys how it writes and all that good stuff. And we're going to be doing a budget babes budget. Her goal here is mainly just to get better with budgeting. So we're going to go ahead and set this up, you guys, and let's get straight to it. So she doesn't really have any debt that we're working on. We're just basically working on how to get better with knowing where our money's going, where our money management is. So we're basically bringing $3,200 home for the month. And then we're going to go ahead and write in our fixed expenses, which are going to be our expenses that are usually the same every month. And then our variables, which are going to be our expenses that vary each month. So we're going to go ahead and write these in. Alright, you guys, just like that, we went in and added all of our expenses. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and add all this up and see how much it costs to be her for the month. So we're going to take our fixed plus our variable. So let's go ahead and do this. $650 plus 85 plus 100 plus 75 plus 80 plus 265 plus 578 is going to be $1,833 for our total of fix. Now we're going to go ahead and add up our variables. 40 plus 20 plus 100 plus 240 plus 75, which is going to give us 475. So 475 plus 1,833 is going to bring our total of expenses to 2,308. So that's how much our bills cost. So now we're going to go ahead and find our cash surplus, which is going to be 3,200 minus 2,308. So 3,200 minus 2,308 is going to give us $892 left over after bills and expenses. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, guys, we are going to break this down to a weekly budget. She's paid $800 per week. So we're going to go ahead and break this down. I love a good weekly budget. So let's go in and write down the dates. We are in March. So we're going to go ahead and start our March budget. I'm excited. Let's do it. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do, guys, is write in our week. So we're finishing up February. It's the first week of March. So we're going to do February 25th to March 3rd. So we know this week we get paid $800. So what expenses do we have that comes out between March 25th to March 3rd? We for sure have our rent that comes out on this check. So we got rent, which is going to be $650. Then We have gas that's gonna come out as well this week. That's all for our fix. We want to prioritize our bills first. So we got rent for $6.50, then we have gas for $60, and then we also need groceries this week as well. So we have groceries, which is going to be $50. So all we're doing is pulling our variables and putting them on this side, as well as prioritizing our bills that come through. So the first week is pretty tight for her. So we have our gas that's going to come out, and then we also have our groceries. So we're going to go ahead and add up our fixed and our variables. So $6.50 plus $110 is going to put our expenses at a total of $760. So for our cash surplus, we're going to take our full income, which is $800 minus $760, gives us $40 left over to put in our savings. So it's not a super heavy week for our cash surplus, but at least we're able to cover our bills and we're good to go. So now we're going to go to the next week, which is going to be March 4th. To March 10th. And I like to do a Sunday to Monday type of thing, but it's up to you on how you want to adjust it. Just make sure you're covering all your weeks. So we have March 4th to the 10th. So let's see what we have coming out here. We know we'll have trash that's going to come out on the 10th. We'll also have electric, and then we're going to go ahead and possibly cover the Wi-Fi with this check as well. So let's go ahead and put trash in here, which is going to be $85. Then we have our electric for $100. And then we also have Wi-Fi for $80. We want to prioritize our fix first. We want to make sure that these bills are covered. We do get paid again next week, but the next week that's coming up, we'll have our car insurance and our loan coming out. So we want to make sure we're just spacing out our bills, or we don't have too much on our plate at once. So if you guys want to split your bills or set that up, you can do that as well. So this gives us $265. So let's go ahead and add some variables in here. So subscriptions come out on the 16th. So the next week that we get paid will be March 11th, or the next week that's coming up will be March 11th to March 17th. So we're going to go ahead and cover our subscriptions with this check. Since we don't get paid, we will get paid around this time, but let's just get our subscriptions covered with this one and get it out the way. So we need to put aside $20 for our subscriptions from this check. Then we also need some more gas. It's about $60 a week for gas, so we want to make sure we're putting that in there. And then groceries, our grocery budget for the month is $100, so this is what works best for her. I think we wind up adjusting it to $200 at the end of the month, so we changed it to $200. She spends $50 per week, but that's totally fine. Make your adjustments as you're setting up your budget. And then we have baby here, which is going to be $75. And that's like wipes, things like that that come to part. So we're going to go ahead and add this up. 20 plus 60 plus 50 plus 75. So the monthly budget is the overview, you guys. So if you notice when you're doing your weekly budget, hey, you know what, I spend more on groceries or gas than I think I do, adjust it as needed so you have it set up and your budget isn't messed up. The first time you start your budget, things aren't going to always go as planned because you're just new to this and you're now tracking your expenses. So give yourself some space to breathe as well. So 800 minus 470 is going to be $330 in our savings. Boom. So now we have that in our savings, and we set up the week from March 4th to March 10th. So now we're going to go on March 11th to the 17th. So let's go ahead and look at our expenses for our fix that come out the 11th to the 17th. We've already covered rent. We've covered trash, electric. So we'll have our loan coming out for sure this week. So we have our loan, which is going to be $75. Then we also have Our car insurance will come out on the 22nd, so we're going to cover it with this week. It's $265. And then we also have our credit card coming out on the 22nd, so we're going to use this check to cover our credit card, which comes out on the 22nd. And it's a $40 minimum. Then we also have our groceries for $50. And then we also have gas again. And once again, guys, everybody's expenses are going to look different. You may not pay that much per week, but that's what she pays, so that's what we're doing here. So we have $75 for the loan plus the $265 for the car insurance is going to be $340. And then let's go ahead and add up our variables. 40 plus 50 plus 60 is going to be 150. 150 plus 340 is going to bring our total of expenses to $490. We were paid $800 this week. So we're going to take 800 and minus it by 490. So 800 minus 490 is going to give us 310 left over to put in our savings. And just like that, out of our cash surplus, we almost saved the $892. We're very close to saving our full cash surplus. Remember, guys, we did have to add more for groceries. This would be $200 instead of $100. So we will see that difference when we're breaking down our cash surplus. So now let's go ahead and go to the next week coming up. Let's see what we're working with here. This week is going to be March 18th to March 24th. So we bring in $800 this week. The next week that's coming up will be March 25th to March 31st. We'll also be bringing in $800 again this week. So the 18th to the 24th, let's see what bills we have that we need to cover. So we already covered car insurance, so we know for sure our car payment will need to be covered this week. So we have our car payment, which is going to be $578. And then we have our variable expenses again. We'll have gas and groceries coming out. Gas, which is going to be $60, and then groceries again for $50. 60 plus 50 is going to be 110. So 110 plus 578 is going to give our total of expenses $688. Then let's go ahead and find our cash surplus, which is going to be 800 minus 688. Sorry, you guys. I hope I wasn't covering that the whole time. So 800 minus 688 is going to be 112 in our savings. So boom, the next week that's coming up, which is going to be March 25th to the 31st, everything we had at the beginning of the month is going to repeat. So we're going to go ahead and cover our rent with this check again. So our rent, which is going to be $650, and this is going to be basically April. So our rent for $650. Then we have our gas for $60 again. And then we have our groceries for $50. So this is going to be a literally dupe of this first week of the month because all those bills are going to come out again. Weekly budgets are perfect for seeing how much you actually made for the month and helping you get organized with what you have left over after each month versus saving. In this budget, our main goal wasn't to pay off debt because she didn't have a big balance on the credit card. It's definitely still manageable, but definitely just trying to figure out how to get our finances organized. That's what budgets are for. It's giving our money a purpose. So now we can figure out how much she saves per month. So let's go ahead and add up our cash surplus. So what we're going to do is we're going to add up our full cash surplus for the month. So we had saved 40 the first week. So 40 plus 330 plus 310 plus 112. So our full savings for the month is going to be $792. And remember, it was supposed to be $892, but we had to add extra to the groceries. So now when we get to the end of the month, in our savings tracking jar, we know our starting balance at the end of each month should be $792. So let's take $792 and times it by 12 months. Let's say we stick to our budget for 12 months. We would be able to put $95.04 in our savings. This is why it's important to set up a budget so you can reach your financial goals. Jade said she felt like she was struggling each month and didn't know where her money was going. So now that we did her budget, she should be more comfortable knowing where everything is and all set to go. I hope this video was beneficial to all my budget babes and budget bros who needed help setting up a weekly budget. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please let me know below what you guys would like to see. Good luck with your budget journey for the month. Thank you again for watching. Bye.